Picture this. You want to start saving your Primogems for a certain character who is going to make your experience of playing Genshin Impact all the more better, and you're very excited to get them when their next banner comes. But there's a problem, and a big one too. You suck at saving your Primogems. Every time you see your Primogems hit 160, you are automatically inclined to wish. You just can't resist. I already made a video a while back trying to motivate you guys to continue saving for your beloved character. I've also made one on the numerous ways to farm Primogems, but I haven't actually talked about exactly how to save. Think of this as the holy trinity of saving Primos, but in the wrong order. This should have really come first. Anyway, it can be difficult to get started on saving your Primogems, especially if you're not in the habit of saving, or if you've just never done it before. So I've come up with a few ways to help you get started on breaking your Genshin gambling addiction. This is an intervention. Before we get into the methods of saving your Primogems, you'll first need to know what it takes, and if you're ready for the challenges that lie ahead. Saving your Primogems means not using them at all for weeks and even months on end. That's how badly you're going to want this character. You are willing to break your wishing addiction for this single character, even more so if you don't know when their next banner is going to be, which means you'll be saving indefinitely. This means doing your commissions, doing events and Spiral Abyss, and not using a single Primogem from them at all until your character gets a banner. Even doing a single pull using your Primogems would be 1 to 2 days worth of savings wasted, and you can't get those days back. So you're still watching. That means you're willing to do what it takes. Let's go over some ways that you can make it easier for yourself to save and break your wishing addiction. I know it's nice seeing a big number of Primos. It's a great feeling knowing exactly how many Primos you've saved over the course of the past few weeks and months. It really shows all the hard work and restraint that you've shown, and it's proven to yourself that you can break your Genshin wishing addiction curse. It's a huge flex when somebody calls you a whale, but in reality, you've just been saving your Primogems for ages. However, if you feel like you're unable to control yourself, this is probably the best way to save. Whenever you hit 160 Primos, convert your Primos to Fate straight away to avoid the temptation of doing a single pull. This is because the mind is a little weird when it comes to Primogems. Once you hit 160 Primos, you stare at the Primogem bar, thinking to yourself, surely a single pull won't hurt. Whereas if you convert them to Fate straight away, you're less likely to think that. When you convert all your Primogems to Fates, you can't wish with your Primogems anymore. You know exactly how many Fates you have, so you're forcing yourself to save. It's almost like you've already spent them, but you haven't. Either way, you're less likely to wish. Well, I mean, technically, you could still wish if you're somebody who builds pity, but honestly, you're just asking for trouble at that point. The amount of people I see on TikTok who bench their limited 5-star because they were building pity and they accidentally got them is honestly tragic. Self-inflicted, but still tragic nonetheless. Which brings me on to point number 2. I mentioned this in my last Saving Primogems video, but don't try to build pity on the limited banners. If you're unaware of the term building pity, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's where you wish because you're building up your banner pity, so that when your beloved character finally gets a banner, you think you're spending less Primogems to get them. You think you're getting them quicker. However, there's a catch, and that catch is getting the limited 5-star on the banner that you don't want, which then absolutely obliterates your pity. Building pity not only becomes a wasted effort, but a waste of time and even money, because your pity resets again every time you get a 5-star. It's just not worth building pity. Even if you're convinced that you have the worst luck in the world, you could be at 1 pity and still get the limited 5-star. Everybody has their lucky moments. If you can't help it and want to build pity, build it on the standard banner. That way it doesn't affect your pity on limited banners, and it will satisfy your wishing addiction. You get free fates from the battle pass sometimes, as well as whenever you level up characters to certain milestones. However, this can be time consuming. While it builds discipline and overall makes you a more patient Genshin player, some people might just crack under that pressure. So, alternatively, new accounts are always blessed with a ton of fates, as well as the discounted beginners banner. So if your wishing craving gets really bad, you could just make a brand new account where you can wish without any worries, hence the term throwaway. You could use an entirely different email for this, but really you wouldn't even need to have a new email address for it if you didn't want to. If you're on PC or mobile, you can just choose a server that you don't play on and start over there. This won't affect your main account as that's on a different server. So it acts as a brand new account on that server rather than the whole email address. A technique I see people use on TikTok is covering up your Primogem account entirely. So what these people will do is they'll stick a sticky note or something onto the screen where you'd normally see your Primogems. That way, if you're somebody who wishes trace away whenever they hit 160 primos, you won't even see it, even if you accidentally go onto the wish screen. Genshin Impact is a game of patience. If you want to save up for a certain character's banner or rerun, you have to be prepared to be extremely disciplined with your primos. Saving means doing one of the most difficult things to do in this entire game, which is breaking your wishing addiction. Once you've done that, you would have not only have enough primos to get your favourite 5-star, guaranteed or not, but you also would have ascended as a Genshin player in general, as you would now have more patience than most of the player base. Good luck.
Hey there. If you like Genshin Impact, Animal Crossing or games in general, join our chill Discord server. Thanks and have a nice day.